What's up guys, Greg here with Lens Pro to Go and Lens Rentals. Today I'm super excited to be sharing with you a brand new light that we just picked up. It's a competitor for the industry standard for film and video production, the Arri Skypanel S60, and it is the LitePanels Gemini 2x1 soft panel LED. We're going to be running through a bunch of different things about this, first talking about the build and the quality of the light, and then we're going to be talking about some of the features and extra things that it has that makes this light so valuable on set. And then lastly, we'll talk about some of the quirks with working with a light like this. So starting off with the build, it has an aluminum core construction, which provides maximum durability, so this thing is super tough, as well as having really good heat dissipation and thermal management. Looking at the size of the light, it is a 2x1, which means that it's 2 feet long and about a foot tall. The other dimension is the depth of it, and it's about 6.5 inches deep. It weighs in just over 22 pounds, but the great thing about this is there's no extra ballast. Everything is built directly into the light. It's also capable of running off battery power if you can't get to a wall to plug in or you're in a remote location. Going to the back of the unit and looking at some of the buttons on the back, you have a row of presets, which has 2 different banks on it. So you have your user presets, and then you have your color temperature presets, which goes from 2700 to 6000 Kelvin. Right below that, you have 3 different knobs, one to control your hue, one to control your color temperature or saturation, and then one to control the intensity or output. There's also a nice little LCD screen which has all of your settings and information, as well as some warnings if the light's having any problems. Going over from that, you have all of your connectivity and control ports, which includes DMX, and you also have a Bluetooth option which can be purchased separately from the light to be able to control this light wirelessly. On the other side of the light is where the LED panel and the lights are, and those have a color temperature adjustable range from 2700 Kelvin to 6000 Kelvin, as well as your plus and minus hue adjustment for green and magenta. All of the LEDs are fully dimmable as well, and you're not going to get any color shift or flickering when you're dimming the lights. This light also has an amazing color accuracy. The CRI and TLCI of the light at tungsten is 99, and at daylight it's 97, which makes this one of the most color accurate LEDs that you can get right now. Next, let's take a look at some of the features that makes this light so amazing. First is all the different lighting modes that you have. There's your CCT, which is your correlated color temperature, and that's your daylight to tungsten balancing range, as well as your hue with your green and magenta shift. Then you have your HSI, or hue, saturation, and intensity, and that gets you your full RGB color gamut, and you can choose whatever color you want, how much saturation you want to have, and the intensity or output of that light. Then you have your gel mode, which allows you to cycle through a variety of different Roscoe and Lee gels. And then lastly, there's a pattern mode, but currently there's only 2 patterns in there. One of them is just fading through all the different RGB colors, and then the other one is a fire flicker. Hopefully in the future they'll be adding more of those that you can just download and update through a firmware. One of the great things about these high performance LEDs is that they are 100% flicker free, so no matter what shutter speed or frame rate you're shooting at, you're not going to get any sort of flicker. Another thing with these LEDs is that they are super energy efficient, so you can plug them into wall power and you don't need to have a generator or any other external power source being able to power your lights. And lastly, what these LEDs are going to do for you is not produce a lot of heat. Now, why that's important is that you won't need a big loud fan to cool them off. On the back, there's a small fan, which even on full intensity of the lights is not going to make a lot of noise, and you're not going to have any problems recording sound. I have it on full power just outside of frame right here, and you can't hear it at all. And the last thing that makes this light so great is pairing all of those features with a ton of output, and you're on par with the Arri Skypanel S60, which costs $1,500 more. I'm going to put some photometrics in the description below if you want to check out the output comparing the S60 and the Gemini. And the last thing that we have to look at is the quirks. So this light is fantastic and I'm really impressed with it, but there are some things that you should know before you start shooting with it. First is that the yoke is only on a junior pin, so you need some sort of combo stand. It's not going to work on a C stand, which is what most people have a ton of on set. So just make sure you have the right sort of mounting options for a junior pin. And going back to the size a little bit, it is a larger fixture, so it's not ideal for those travel shoots where you have to get on a plane and fly somewhere to shoot. It also doesn't have any sort of weatherproofing, so you need to make sure that you're using it in a dry environment and you're not getting any sort of moisture or water on this fixture. And the last quirk that I'm going to leave you with is the cost of this light. Yes, it's less expensive than an Arri Skypanel, but the Arri Skypanel is $5,700. This light comes in at $4,200. So for what you're getting, it's an amazing value, but it is still not a cheap light. Hope you guys enjoyed this things to know video on the 2x1 LitePanels Gemini. If you guys want to learn more information about it, there will be some links in the description below, and definitely leave any comments if you have any questions about this light. That's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for new videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one.